I would like to begin by wishing you all a very happy 73rd Republic Day. 26th January is a day of immense national pride for all Indians. It is on this day, as we all know, the Indian Constitution came into force in the year 1950. Although India became free on 15th August 1947, but it remained a constitutional monarchy under King George VI until 26th January 1950. The country continued to be governed by the colonial laws which were based on the Government of India Act of 1935. We were still not sovereign and did not have the right to elect our leaders. The transition of India from constitutional monarchy to sovereign democratic republic was completed when on 26 January 1950, the constitution came into force and people of India were bestowed with supreme power to elect their government. Hence, 26 January is a day of great historical significance for all of us. Dear students, it is enshrined in the Constitution that the people of India will be the ultimate custodian of the Constitution. The Constitution guarantees fundamental rights to its people and it mandates the government to work towards securing justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity for its citizens. At the same time, it is obligatory on us to empower the Constitution and ensure that constitutional provisions are adhered to. Do you know, students? When the Constitution was adopted in 1950, there was no chapter of fundamental duties in the Constitution. Why? Because the framers of the Indian Constitution thought of Indians as highly conscientious people. The fundamental duties of citizens were added to the Constitution much later by the 42nd Amendment in 1976 on the recommendations of Swarn Singh Committee. It was suggested by the committee that rights and duties are correlated and one cannot overlook duties in the exercise of their rights. Somehow over the years, Indians have started prioritizing rights over duties. Therefore, to instill feelings of patriotism and nationalism in Indians, fundamental duties were incorporated in the Constitution. It was realized fundamental rights are not absolute. To enjoy fundamental rights, we should also be aware of and we should also fulfill our fundamental duties. Today, it pains to know that Indians are not law-abiding by nature. They show callousness towards their fundamental duties. To cite an example, we have a fundamental duty to protect our monuments, but we defile them by carving on their walls. We have a duty to preserve the environment, but we shamelessly litter public places. The population of a country is enormous, and the law enforcement agencies are weak. Because of that, lawbreakers are seldom caught. And if at all they are caught, which is unfortunately not very often it happens, people know how to wriggle out. So we enjoy breaking laws and boasting about it. And in doing so, we consider ourselves not anti-national, but smart and innovative. Another point I would like to emphasize today, children, is no matter how much you dislike the way certain things operate in our country, we all, and I respect also, we all have the right to express our dislikes. But we must always ensure we are doing it in a productive way or in front of an audience that would take steps to change it. If you love somebody, love unconditionally. That's how you love your family and mother. So if you love your motherland, love unconditionally. And also, I'm not sure how many of you have gotten a chance to notice this, but people from other countries never talk negatively about their country. They would always glorify their country, its history, its culture, and at the same time behave like a responsible citizen. In India, Unfortunately, people don't let go any opportunity to talk ill of the government, how the country is lagging behind. You know, children, today when the country is observing Voters' Day, let me remind you of the poor voter turnout rate in India. So if people do not care about choosing their representatives in the government, why do they think they have right to blame the government? Children, this is not how we can possibly compete with supernations. And this is not how our country will move on the road of progress and prosperity. Unless and until we all take upon ourselves the responsibility of following the laws of the land, we would be weakening the constitution of our country. If the Indian constitution works to empower the citizens, it is incumbent on its people to follow the laws of the land and thereby empowering the constitution of India. Today, on the eve of Republic Day, let's resolve to display at all times a conduct and behavior which is democratic and behoves a true national. Let's resolve to follow the fundamental duties and shun away any behavior which is in conflict with our democratic norms. And if we can do that, we can hold our heads high and celebrate Republic Day every year with pomp and show. But before I conclude, I would like to give you all, my dear students, a quick homework. COVID and virtual schooling has given you all access to internet and laptops. So right after we finish today's meeting, go search the internet for our fundamental duties mentioned in the Constitution. After all, as we resolve to become good citizens, we must know our fundamental duties to begin with. Jai Hind.